Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing about the SysDA API. So let us create a runnable class first. So click on add. We'll create a runnable class here. We'll say add. So what we'll do, we'll simply loop through a table. So for that, what I will do, first of all, let me open SSMS here. So we'll execute a query in SMS, then we'll try to execute same using the SysDA API. So Microsoft is even promoting this SysDA API. So initially when you will work on SysDA API, so the syntaxes will be difficult for the first group. If you write the code for initially, 2 to 3 times, but once you become habitual, then it is really simple and straightforward, and the syntaxes, they will be predictable, but initially you will face some issues. So in the next upcoming videos, I will show you a simple example here, like how we can iterate through the loop, and then in the next video we'll do our CRUD operation, like we'll do a insert, update and delete in upcoming videos. So for now, let me open my SQL. So what I will do, I will simply iterate through my customer table. Okay, so first of all, let me see. Let me see how many customer groups are available here. So I'll simply write here cust group. Let me execute. Okay, I will need to put here data area ID as well, so that I'll be getting data from my USMF legal entity only. Okay, I will need to put here single inverted commas. Okay, so what I will do, I will try to see. So what I will do, I will write another statement here, select a string from cust table, and I will say where cust table dot name cust table dot cust group equals to this, and data area ID equals to USMF. So be with me, you understand the SysDA API in next few videos. Okay, here we don't have any record. So what I will do, I will take another one. Let me take the retail customer here. Here also I don't have any records. Oh, I think here I am doing it wrong. So I was taking this name, but I need to take this cust group. So let me take this 40 here. Because I was taking the name, I should, because in cust table we have cust group, not the not the name of customer. Let me execute this query again. Let me find out. 10 should definitely have something. Let me trigger this query now. Oh, thank God we have few records here. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll iterate through all these records. Let me see if we have less record in for any cust group. Okay, we'll go with 10. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll write a code like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do with my SysDA API, I want to let me define buffer of my cust table first. say cust table. So I'm going to write this type of statement while select cust table where cust table dot cust group equals to 10. Okay, so we are going to use this type of statement by using SysDA API. Okay, let me save this. So we'll start our SysDA API code now. Now, the first thing that you need to do is you need to define a query here. Okay, so first of all, you'll define an object. So the object name is SysDA query object, and here you can say query, and you need to initialize this. You can say SysDA query object, and here when you will open the braces here, you see you need to pass a table here. So what is your table? Your table is cust table. So I'm interested in cust table, right? So you need to add your cust table here. So our first statement is ready. Okay, so now let's say instead of this we want to only select our these two field like cust table dot, we have field named as account number comma cust table dot cust group from cust table. So let's say we want something like this. Okay, so if you see this query here, we are only interested in these two fields. So what I could do inside this query object, okay, so what I will do here, I will simply write query. Okay, I need to use a function here that is projection. Okay, and here you need to add your fields, whatever field you need. So the first field that I need here is, so I will need to pass my field string here. So I will say add, control Z, add, and here you need to provide a string. So you need to provide a string of your field name. So my first field name is account num. So I'll simply write here cust table, and here I will say account num. That's it. Okay. Now I need one more field here. This one, like the cust table dot cust group. So for that, what I could do, I will add here again in my add function, and I use the field str. Let's say add field. I need to pass a string here. So my string will be this cust table comma cust group. Okay, so we have closed this braces, and that's it. So till now here we have defined that from this table we are interested in these two fields. Okay, now we need to add a where clause. Now how to add, so basically how to add where clause. So you will take your query object. Here you will write something called where clause, this one. Okay, and now inside your where clause, when you will open the braces, you need to basically provide here SysDA query expression. Okay, and now here, so basically we want this, right? Cust table dot cust group equals to 10. So for that I will use a function called, I will say new, I will say here SysDA equal expression. Okay, so I will open this place. So here you see you need to provide this left hand and right hand. So this is your left hand, this is your right hand. So now you have defined here where clause, but now you are going to use this equal expression, and then this is your left hand side and this is your right hand side. So first of all you will be providing your left hand side statement. So for that you will say new, because this will be a data field here, right? This is a data field. So you will use SysDA field expression, and when you open braces here, you need to pass your table here. So what is your table? Your table is cus table. And then you need to provide your field name. What is your field name? Your field name is custable.cusgroup. It means here we need the string of this cusgroup. So I will simply write field str. I will say here custable, comma cusgroup. Okay, so this is completed. We have closed these braces here. Now this is our left hand side. Okay, now we need to segregate here. So I will put a comma here. Now I will provide my this SysDA query expression for right. Okay, what is in my right? Is simply equals to 10. Okay, then I will create an object here. I will say new. Then I have to use SysDA value, because I'm going to provide a value right here. 10 is a value. Okay, when you open the braces here, you see you need to provide a literal value. So our value is 10, right? We are interested in the cus group number 10. So I will do this. Okay, I've closed these braces, but I've closed these braces. So inside this function, I have provided the left hand side statement and the right hand side statement. Now I will close these braces. And then here I need to now close my where clause braces. So simply do this. Okay, so till now here we have formed a query like this. From cus table select these two fields where our cus table dot cus group equals to 10. Okay, now we need to define one more object here. That is, so basically to run a select type of statement, we need this SysDA search statement. Okay, let me define object here and let me say new SysDA search statement. And if you open the braces here, so you see nothing, we no need to pass anything. Okay, but we'll use it later. I will just show you. Okay, and then later on we need to define a SysDA search object. I will say a search object equals to new SysDA search object, and here we need to define, or sorry, we need to pass our query, SysDA query object, SysDA query object, this one. So we'll pass here query. I'll say query. Okay, now this is passed. Okay, that's it. Now we can simply use our while statement. We can say while, and then you will use this statement because this is used to run the statement. stmt dot, you will say find next. Okay, and if you see find next here, you need to pass your SysDA search object. SysDA search object, it means here you need to pass this search object. Okay, here spelling mistake, SEARCH. We'll copy this. Let me paste this. So I need to close this function and I will close this one. Okay, and now here we can define our account number. So what I will do, I will write a simple info statement here. I will say cus table dot account num, and let me close this. So one more thing here that you should focus is, so you could use a function called toString. So what I will do, so till now here we have formed all the query, right? So I will say info, I will say query dot toString. So this function will show you the actual SQL statement, whatever code we have written here, how this will look. So you could see it from here. So what I will do a build. Okay, and then we'll see the output, then I will help you to again understand this one. So let me trigger build here. So build, so wait for build to be completed. So guys, the build is completed, and so we should see this output. So if you see here, we have how much, 14 records here, and we have one info statement as well here. So overall we should have around 15 records. So if you see, we have 15 records, and here you see the query. So our query is account known cus group from cus table, where cus table dot cus group equals to 10. So let me go back to code here. So we're trying to create a query something like this. Okay, we're only selecting these two fields, like that is account number and cus group from our cus table, and we're saying where our cus group equals to 10. So what we did, we use this SysDA query object. Here we need to pass our table, okay, and then from this query we selected our field. So we write here projection, then we add these two fields. Okay, now in this query only these two fields are residing. Then inside this query, okay, we are adding a where clause. Okay, we are saying query where. Okay, then if you see here inside this, you need to pass a query expression. Okay, so then you are going to use the equals to operator here. So basically this one. Okay, and then so let me do one thing here. Let me go here and let's copy this one, copy, and let us paste this one here. Yeah, so you see this statement, it simply selected these two from cus table. Cus table we have already defined here. Now here we use the where clause, and then we said we are going to use the equals to expression. Then we say that our field would be cus table cus group field, cus table cus group field. Then we say our value will be 10. So value will be 10. So in this how we form this query. Okay. So whenever you write query.toString, it is simply going to display, and it is also useful for debugging purpose as well. And then you use these two objects, that is the search statement. So this statement is basically used to iterate, and here you need to pass your search object, and inside your search object you will simply pass the query. So this is a simple example, writing a simple while select and just putting a condition. So initially it looks like to be difficult, but once you remember these syntaxes, then it is really simple and easy forward. So in the next videos I'll be adding the videos about how you can do the insert operation, update and delete. Thank you for watching this video.